Good afternoon. And it's creaking. Why? Which one's putting out audio? Neither one of them should be putting. Come on. This one's muted. Ah. Why? Hello? Why is this coming out through here? It should be coming out through here, but it's not. So I'm trying the whole headphone thing or the iPhone thing. It got working because there was a setting that was screwed up, and StreamYard showed me how to fix it. But actually, I like the camera image better than the regular webcam. But now I got to with audio because they really need to let you turn the audio all the way off, and you can't. What's up, Mud Fan? And what's even worse is this doesn't have a mic jack. But this does. So if I reverse everything, I should be able to use this as why.
Why is that not? What's up, Chris? Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Is it going through here? This mic is muted on the computer. So you can still hear me, or did I just kill it? So the audio is going through the iPhone now, through this headset. I guess. So you can't anymore. More guess. Wait, guess. I don't care about guess. More settings. Audio. iPhone mic. No. Pro. Now you should be able to hear me again. I want to crank up the mic volume because the ISO tunes is kind of quiet. Everything should be good now, right? Yes? No? Maybe? You got audio now, right? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? Yes. So, alright, audio is going to the iPhone. Alright. I was just going to play with this today a little bit and do some work and see how it works with the iPhone. The image quality is actually probably better from the iPhone than it is on the The webcam, huh? It looks cleaner on my end anyways. It's a better color, that's for sure. How is everyone doing? Alright, I have to do some work on the router table back there that you can see with the little red handles through the iPhone. They're basically right next to each other, pointing in opposite directions right now. So, yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to set up the router table and then wheel it over, and then I can do stuff. So audio is good and everything. Great. Yell at me if it isn't. Not that I can hear you. Because I'm not even going to be able to see the screen in a minute here for a minute, because I'm going to move everything around. So it's basically all pointing in the same direction. Although maybe I'll whip the computer around too. That way I can sort of get it over here. I got cords I'm going to be tripping on probably. And now the actual laptop's in the way. No, just the corner of the laptop's in the way. This is a camera goofy day. I'm going to get stuff done, but this is mostly a camera goofy day. Figuring out how I can do multi-streaming and crap, multi-camera angles by using the iPhone. So I need to work on this thing. And with the iPhone, in theory, I can go like this and just bring this right over here and set it here and push it down if the little ball will let me. Why won't the little ball will let me? There it goes. I had it too tight. But now are you seeing anything? Not really. Trying to get it so I can do like close-ups, but I don't see this working too well. Oh, I see. What I really need to do is flip the phone around in the little stand I'm using, because it's bottoming out on the little angle ball. Now you can sort of see what I'm doing. Sort of, kind of. Correct? Yeah, you can actually look down in the throat there. And you can sort of see what I'm going to do. So if I loosen this thing and then jiggle everything around, I can push that up, take this bit off, oh god, I got this thing so freaking tight. I've been having problems with the bits slipping, both on this and the CNC, and both cheap and like really high quality bits. I had a really high quality bit slip earlier today, and that's actually what blew up my CNC. Was, come to find out, the bit slipped down as it was cutting, and it just became too much for the CNC to fight it anymore. So I need my quarter round bit, which is kind of toast. It's kind of toast. It's kind of beat up, but it still works. It's very old, like really old. It was covered in rust. I cleaned it to use it, but the actual cutting edge is pretty sharp still, like surprisingly sharp. So I think I'll use it. I think I have another one somewhere too, in case it's really bad, but it's pretty old too. I gotta get a new quarter round bit, or a couple of them. Okay, Problem is it needs to stand off just a little. You don't want it bottoming out, but it likes to slide down on its own until you get it tight. See, that can pull right out. And I've already started, I got it tight somewhat already. I'm cranking it now. I guess that'll work. Alright, how high are we? We're a little high. Let us put a cover plate on. I think that one will do. Yep. I want a little bit of play. And I just found a little tightening-y thing like 10 minutes ago. I'm not sure which way it goes. Oh, this way to lock. It says it right here. Helps if you follow the directions, right? Crap. You know, if you follow directions, stuff might actually work. Alright. And that's just hitting the edge of that bottom round. What I'm doing is just touching the board and seeing where it, because it's a quarter round bit, you just slide it until you feel it start lifting the board up off the table, and that tells you about where its cutting face is starting. I think I want to go up just a hair. Yeah, I probably went too far, huh? Nope, I'd say that's about good. Alright, lock it down. And that should be that. Now the question is what I'm going to do with you guys while I cut the big box with it. Where's the big box? I got like a couple of them to do. What did I do with the big old box? It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. No, this one's already done. This is the first one I did. Okay. There should be around here another one. There's another one still glued up. That's a big one. What the hell did I do? Oh, it's buried right here. That's what I did with it. There it is. I know you guys probably can't see what I'm doing at. I buried it. Now, can I do this without getting that camera? It looks like I sort of can. Back this off a little more so I can get the cord. Plug it in. Let's go get a vacuum. Because even though it's not perfect, it definitely helps. And yes, this will get loud, guys. This will definitely get loud in a minute or two. And believe it or not, this is 3D printed all squishy. And all I gotta do, even though it doesn't fit, is just jam it up in there. Oh, that's not gonna do any good anyways, because that's right. I'm not using the fence. So that was a waste of time getting the vacuum, but whatever. It's over here so I can clean up when I'm done. You know what I may do? This leg on this one's broken. Oh, my neighbor's home. She just got home. I saw her drive in. Let's see if I can get this thing to sit like right there. Tighten that up. That sort of gets you to see what I'm doing. And I could just take the fence right off of there. I just might do, and that way I got more play here. But right now it's holding the tripod. Well, let's see how I do. Fire in the hole. Where's the button? Spinning bit. Bring it in. How does it look? That actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't know if you can see that. Now, you saw, I'm going to turn it off. I bet did that vibrate in the camera? Did it vibrate really badly? It's going to get really loud because I'm going to kick the vacuum on now, and it's probably louder in the router. That's what the router isn't loud, because it is. I need to find a way to, like, mount the vacuum right here underneath so it sucks it down that hole. Alright, so if you noticed when I was doing it inside, I'm using this side of the blade. The blade is spinning and I'm going clockwise. Now I'm going to go counterclockwise because I'm going to do the outside. Actually, no, I'm still going clockwise. That doesn't make any sense. Was I going against the grain? No, I'm going clockwise this way. I'm still going clockwise. It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to the other side of the blade. I guess it doesn't matter which side you feed it in. It's only when you flip the actual rudder over. That's a new thing. I never even noticed that. I just automatically do it. I automatically just feed it into it. I've been doing it so many years. Let's do the outside edge. Aren't it there? I'm pretty sure that was too slow. I'm not worried about this being too perfect anyway. Actually, I should have sanded these level first, which I didn't do. This is why I got that little bumpy there, but it's all going to get sanded off. This is just a basic round over. There we go. It's all rounded over. And now when they go to touch it with their hands, it won't pull on them. But I think I want to hit right here again because this is kind of square. Right here. I do. I don't know what happened. Oh, I know why it's not cutting. The bit's sticking up higher than this. The bit's actually riding on the bottom of the thing here. The top of the bit, the bearing. I just thought of that. Oh well. We hand do it anyways. Oh God. Do I have to deal with you frickin' morons? View on YouTube. Why do these... I just don't even get why these idiots do this shit. I swear there should be a way we should be able to just fucking arrest them and throw them all in jail. Come on, chat. Oh, now it's telling me I'm not part of my own subscription, so I'd have to sign in. One of you guys attacked that guy already? On YouTube? I don't care about YouTube crap. Yeah, I know. It's not now. They've been attacking me for years. Alright, we got another one of these to do. But I gotta unclamp it because I glued it up this morning. Oh, too much stuff to do, not enough space to do it in. Too many things in the way. Too many jobs going on at once. So now, in theory, I can just pick this up and bring it over here. And you guys can sort of see what I'm doing over there. Come on, little tabby. Get my finger on the tab to adjust the head. I'm going to have to use a different tripod. But I was, excuse me, kind of expecting that. Anyways, I just wanted to try this. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little goofy 3D printed tripod. It's very simple. It's made literally for the fatter iPhone things, but it's too fat, which is why I've got this little baby clamp on here. That's what's actually holding it in there. But it's working. I mean, it's all right. It's sort of working, right? You can sort of see what I'm doing. Sort of, kind of. Let's unclamp this one and buzz it. It should be dry enough by now. Let me go. Let me go before you go. Let me go before you go. Hopefully this all holds. I glued it up this morning, so it's had plenty of time. I usually leave them 12 hours, but that you don't need to. Most of these glues will hold within like a couple, 3 hours. And that worked other than the bottom dropped great. Not that it's a big deal. Yeah, there's a lip here. I thought it was flush and it wasn't quite. Which is no big deal. I can sand that off flat. You won't notice it in here the way I designed it. I deliberately designed it because I knew a lot of this stuff was warped. So you can't. It's a double. Yeah, I want to say miter. It's not a miter. Not a dado. Yeah, whatever. It's doubled. And that's definitely going to hit there, but that's all right. So let's do this one. Well, that came out all right. Not perfect, but all right. Well, let's do the other side. You notice I kind of go fast, but keep it from burning. That's actually how you stop the burning is by going a little bit fast. When you burn, it's because you're going too slow or you got a really dull blade. It's going to work. Or both. I think I got some fun. They all feel good. Good enough. Sanding. Lots and lots of sanding. I got to do better here. That's terrible. That's too much sanding. Good enough. Again, it's all getting sanded. That's just for a basic round over. Make it so when they grab it, this is for my brother's cabinets. They built custom cabinets in their closet and the construction guys just built them some plywood ones for temporary. And that's all these are. I'm just putting them. I'm making them a little bit nicer. The ones they had just have plywood sides and they're all rough and they're getting splinters on them. And he was like, "Can you make me bigger ones?" And these are actually a little bit bigger too. Because I backset the connector for the bloomies, for the bloom door glides. So he actually gets another like half, 3/4 of an inch of shelf that he didn't have before. It's gonna get loud because I'm gonna do some vacuuming. Vacuuming, gotta keep everything clean. Okay. Holy crap, there's a bunch in here. This is not a router table. This is actually my original table saw table, or my little portable table saw. And then I repurposed it into a router table. That's why it's got like 2 different kinds of legs. 2 different kinds of legs. It's got legs. It does have legs. Put that over there. That works. Let's move this back over here. So we can put these over here where I'm ready to start sanding. I can turn them around like this so I can see what the hell I'm doing when I start sanding. My juice bin's empty. Okay. Lots of burn marks to get rid of on this old crappy. This is like really screwed up maple. It's got like bug marks in it and everything. It's buggy. It's got some buggies going on. It's got buggies going on. Which some people like. Some people don't. I might actually make some for oak, out of oak. Because actually that oak is from their house. And this could go up and forward just a little. Gotta be a better way to do this. I'm sure there is, I just don't know what it is. But for now, that'll work. Is that good? Okay, hand, get out of the way. Video delay. That's alright, it's a little cockeyed and sideways. Okay, turn. Or just bend the leg. There we go. That's even easier. Alright, now it's somewhat straight up and down. Alright, this one's all been sanded on the bottom. This one is the one I just took out of clamps and needs the bottom sanded and flattened. And it's under mount boom drawer glides, so this all has to be flat and smooth. So we gotta sand it flat and smooth. And I could use the belt sander, but I don't think I need to. I think I can do it with this. Because that's what I'm going to do it with. So I need a cord. And I need a vacuum. can sand away. All 3D printed, by the way. 3D printed mounts for the vacuum. The actual whole vacuum is 3D printed. And I think I want a little coarser paper than 150. I think what I'll start with is a crappy old sheet of 80. They're gonna hold. Might be too old and crappy. It might not hold. Might be worn out. Dude, it doesn't really feel any rougher. So it feels worn out. Doesn't feel any rougher than the. I should have been wearing my frickin' apron. Oh well, too late now. Oh no, too late. Yeah, the sanding. These are all like demos of trying different ways of doing this. Experimenting on my brother with all the tools that, well, he gave me. A lot of these tools are his. Just the right size. It's just a hair over. And that's not even, it's like, you can't get much better than that. If I have to, I'll run it through the jointer. That's dead on. A little bowed in the middle, which I don't understand. No, it's not. So it's a hairy bit long. We're not even talking a 32nd of an inch. That's perfect. So it's probably at a square. Is that a square? Let's do millimeters. Centimeters. 78 centimeters. 77 centimeters. So it's a centimeter off. Or a millimeter off, actually. These are millimeters, not centimeters. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I can never keep that metric crap straight. I can't keep that metric crap straight. Oh, and what I do? Oh, I thought I killed my StreamYards. I did not. I did not kill my StreamYards. Let's get out the monstrosity and grind down some crap because I'm an idiot. Didn't clamp it proper. goes that way. This also has a 3D printed vacuum adapter. So my vacuum slides right on. That caught. Uh-oh. No ducks in the kitchen box. Looks like it's a duck. Okay. I'm gonna look here. Of course it did. It isn't exactly a new belt, so I'm not too worried about it. It's kind of an old belt. We have more! I'm actually surprised it lasted as long as it did, to be honest with you. That's actually a pretty old belt. What grade is this old belt? Let's use another old belt. What grade is this? No. That's too... Is that 50? 50? Where's the grit? 340, but that's not the grit. That's the model. Where's the grit? Looks like the grit's worn off. I'm going to go with, that's like 80 or 50 grit. Let's try it. It's another oldie. Burn off the oldies, right? Look, it looks brand new again. Let's start it up. This thing locked down. Did the tensioner detension itself? Because that shouldn't be doing that. That should go right on there just like the other one did. puppy's old. All of my tools are old. That sander might be older than a couple of you guys are. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't even say. I got this in the mid-90s. All right, try it again. I just don't think I'm even going to sand that off. This is too smooth. Wait a little bit. So that fucking grinding was a success. Ooh, that's hot. The race was good. This is not as aggressive paper as the one I had on there before, but it did all right. It kind of flattened it out enough. So it'll work again. What's up, Sergio? Yep, noisy. What time is it? Holy crap, it's late already. Yeah, this is actually mostly repairs, kind of making it work, because this piece of plywood was what I was cutting when the CNC had a heart attack. I'm still not 100% sure I fixed it 100%. I think a lot of the one bearing failed, and it fucked up a lot of other things. Come to find out, like one thing twisted and it caused everything else to twist. So yeah, I think I have more issues to deal with. It's what was that? And I was worried that wasn't going to stick. Let's put some 80 on here. 120 on here. And actually, I think I have good 120, but this one is worn out. So the only thing I don't like about, I love this Cubitron. This is old. I don't know if you can see it. It's all purple. It looks brand new, and it's still very rough. It lasts forever. What happens though, I don't know if you can see it here, the Velcro keeps separating from it because it's like a plastic film that both the Velcro is hooked to and the abrasives hooked to, and the Velcro keeps separating off the sandpaper. Other than that, the stuff's awesome. I use it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it actually saves money because I don't waste as much. I'm not throwing that out as much because I do use it. It's 220, 120. But two things I found with it is I think it cuts more aggressively per, if you take 120 of cheap sandpaper and 120 of that Cubitron stuff, the 3M stuff, I think it cuts better because it's actually higher grit, lower grit. Like I think their 120 is actually like 100 cheap stuff, aggressive wise, if that makes sense. So everyone's like, oh yeah, the 120 cuts more aggressively. I think I'm gonna get a piece of 120 of it because I got it. The multi-pack. What do we got in the multi-pack? We got some 220s, some 180, some 150. There's a piece of 120. It is a little more pricey. It's like $15 for this box. You get, 15 sheets in it, which is kind of pricey for sandpaper. But it does seem to last longer. Like a lot longer. So like one of these is 2 or 3 regular sheets of sandpaper. So if it's twice the price, you're coming out the same, but you're actually having less headaches. Actually, I got this super foamy pad. There's an in-betweeny pad. This is kind of hard. This is a soft. I want to try this. So I'm going to try it right now. I haven't used it yet. Well, I shouldn't say that. I dabbled with it when I got it the other day. I got it like a week or 2 ago. But I haven't actually used it because the CNC blew up. Alright, cords all knotted and twisted, and I hate that. Alright, cords are untwisted now. That was easy. Hose, all knotted and twisted. Just can't win. Let's hose it up. Hard to control. have to bring these to my brother tomorrow. I'm trying to push him to let him go. This definitely looks better with the phone thing. That's nice. Kind of clear phone later on, but easy to work. That's a lot of fun. You love sanding. Yep. Very amazing. Kind of looking in the sky. How bad is the mic picking it up? Can you hear me over the sander and all that crap? You can supposed to be semi-noise canceling headphones. I know the mic isn't as good as my other headphones, so that's what happens. And the new investors will work as long as I turn off automatic mic drive. I think we're done with that one. It's not bad. Let's put that one over here and do the other one. Definitely takes off the burn marks. This one I already sanded the bottom of. Yep. You can hold it. Eventually, like I said, the steel is if you want 120, you use 150. You normally use 120, use 150 in this stuff. We're up better on the top. What you said. I got this thing to this guy, maybe really, he was back when Coda Cable was actually a good product. You take it really pretty good. Wood. '94. That's how old this is. 1994. I'm the serial number. That makes about sense. That's about how long I've had this since in '94. Probably really years to get out. Yeah. The theater started in '96. They were just order. And I left movie before the theater was super. Basically the crap more than the wall. Look it up and turn up. Oh, yeah. He's like stuck in there. Look at it. I don't think it's made to come off. Come on, you just broke it. Look at that. You certainly got a grip. I didn't come off so hard in my life. You broke it. Really? I do like that. I actually live it in the community. I actually just extended the top of the camera green cards and some wood cleaner and WD-40. This is covered in this rusty gel. For 2 days. He just sand it out. Cleared it with clothes. They're ready. Pretty good. I'm doing this definitely quieter. It's really funny. It's easy to do. This is just go to him tomorrow. Test it. So I actually have 3. The original one, all ready to go to him. Original one, which he's already had once, and we found small issues, and then I brought it back and fixed it wherever it went. Where the hell is it? It's over there. Which I fixed. This is the very first one I did. And we changed some things. We got rid of this lip we don't need. Changed the back set because it's a bloom. So you got to have the little knockout right here, which wasn't deep enough before. So I hand chiseled this one, laid it out, put it on the CNC. And that's when the CNC blew up. And then I ended up cutting 2 more. And I want to round over the fronts of these, I guess. That looks nicer. But yeah, that's that. Oh, I have to cut the big one down. How am I going to do that? I can't do that on the table saw. That's too big for my table saw. It's wider than my table saw is wide. That's a thought. That's a thought process I got to go through. Why are you on the YouTubes there, Sergio? I'm over on the Twitches. You gotta make me Twitch money. I don't care, really. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I personally don't really give a crap. Everybody's on YouTube. I just noticed that. Chris is the only one on the Twitchies. My little baby squeeze clamp from my phone over there. And now you get to see from multiple angles. This was as much to play. I needed to sand these, but it was as much to play with the phone and see if I could use it. Now that, come to find out, there's an auto rotate lock on the iPhone, which was off. I don't know if you saw me trying to stream from the phone. That was gonna, when I got the CNC sort of fixed. It's hopefully more fixed now, but anyway, I was gonna stream from the iPhone and do some CNC cutting because I need this computer to run the CNC. It wouldn't rotate, and they're like, you got to turn the auto rotate off, or the auto rotate lock off. It locks the auto rotate. I'm like, it's off. I showed them it's off, and I turned it on. See, look, now it's on. Turned it back off. Everything worked. So it was like one of those reverse of, have you tried turning it off and back on again? Have you tried turning it on and back off again? Because it worked once I turned the auto lock on, turned it back off to show them it was off, and it just started working. So I don't know. Had to turn it off and back on, or on and back off again to make it work, I guess. I don't know. What time is it? Holy crap, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta go make dinner pretty soon. About a half an hour. I'm gonna do tacos! Because it's Tuesday. Gotta do tacos on Tuesday. I've been doing tacos because everything's so freaking expensive. Um, our local store has a 1 hour sale every morning where if you go in and you show your AARP card, basically, if you're over 55, um, they give you like $1 a pound off for hamburger. But they've been pushing ground pork lately, which is already like $2 cheaper a pound, and they're selling it in like little 1 pound packs, and they're giving you that 99 cents off per pound on the pork. So I'm only paying like $3.80 a pound for ground pork, and I've been using it for tacos and meatloaf and stuff like that with the ground pork. I actually take the pork and add chopped up onions to replace the hamburger for tacos and meatloaf. Which meatloaf I used to use ground everything. If I make a good meatloaf, it's a little hamburger, it's a little turkey, it's a little pork. I like mix all the meats up and then make meatloaf out of it. But yeah, I've been replacing a lot of the hamburger, even hamburgers. I've been making pork burgers, which are really not bad. They're a little. You got to be careful because if you overcook them, they get really dry. What's up, Al? No, we didn't really get anything. It wasn't even like it was windy. It wasn't storm windy. We didn't get crap. They kept warning us we were going to lose power. I think like less than like 5% of the state lost power. It phased out before it ever got to us. Even Sergio had it. He was lower than us. He should have gotten hit harder, and he called me up that evening before it actually hit us and said, we're just getting sprinkles. I mean, we got a couple of bouts of heavy rain, but even that wasn't bad. Storm didn't do crap to us. They kept saying, oh, we're going to get hit. It's going to be miserable, blah, 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 wine snivel bitch mode, and then nothing happened. It was barely like even a storm. I mean, it was windy. There was some high winds, but it wasn't. There was no 50-mile-an-hour frickin' crap that they were saying we were gonna get. Yeah and no. I mean, weather's kind of unpredictable. They don't know. To be honest, when it comes to that, I'd rather they overhype it and be prepared than underhype it and get screwed. When it comes to weather, I don't mind a little overhype. And they said it was only going to be like, I guess Cape Cod got hit hard. And they said, like I was, New London County, if you know Connecticut, it's like New London County is the very southern, southwestern corner. And they said the farther west you go, the worse it was going to get. And we're like right in the corner. They're like, just New London County was going to get hit with the storm. And I guess Rhode Island and Cape Cod got hit, but we didn't really get it that bad. So it just, it tracked 50 miles and 50 miles west, or east of us, excuse me. It tracked 50 miles farther east than they expected, or whatever. But yeah, we didn't get crap. So the next thing I want to do after the dust settles, I don't want to do it yet. I want to do a little resin pouring tonight. I might have to come back out and do it after dinner because now I've been doing all the sanding. There's dust in the air. And I want it all to settle. Is one of the things I did like a dumbass while testing the CNC after I fixed it was this puppy. I cut the line grooves because I'm going to fill, because it's white resin and then raw cedar. This is actually white mixed in, but it's very, very little white, just enough to color it. And it's funny because it actually makes it darker, even though it's white. And you can see it's white, but it makes the cedar darker, which is weird. But I cut very thin lines between all the squares in the grid this morning. And I'm going to fill it with like a black or a really dark brown resin. So there's a nice distinction between the squares. I was sanding. I'm all done sanding. I'm going to do resin, but I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I think I'm going to wait until after dinner and come out and do it. And that way the sanding dust is all done. Because those are done. Those I can throw in the car and take to my brother's. I got to go all the way to frickin' Newport, Rhode Island tomorrow with my mother in the car. It's going to be a nightmare. It's 2 hours of driving with mom. Worse than me. You guys think I talk. Holy crap. My mother is like 100 times worse than me. I'm not exaggerating even slightly. My mother is like a massive yacker. Like really bad, but that's life. She has not been to my brother's house since before my other brother went to Colorado. My middle brother, I have 4 brothers. I'm the youngest of 5. My middle brother moved to Colorado like 7 years ago for work. He's actually back. He moved back he's in Massachusetts now, but he's back in New England. I think he lived there like 5 years. It was 7 years ago he moved. And my mother has not been to my second oldest brother's house since before he left for Colorado. And my brother had his whole house rebuilt. It's actually her house. It's my sister-in-law's house, but they actually did get married. They lived together like 25 years or whatever, their business. They got married just before they retired, a couple years before they both retired. Anyway, it's her house. They rebuilt it, though, this past winter. And they retired this past spring. And they sold their house here in Connecticut and moved to the house in Newport for retirement. Which is nice, I guess. If you like Newport. I'm not a big fan of Newport. I think it's just a big clusterfuck. Pardon my French. But some people like that clusterfuck. Personally, I don't like all the people. But that's not for me to decide. It's not my house. Anyway, my mother hasn't been there, so unfortunately, I don't know why I suggested it, but I said I'm going to go there. My brother's been here like 4 times trying to figure out these ads. He's getting ads, which means everybody's getting ads. Everybody getting ads? Everybody in the ads. Everybody. Ads tonight. Got to do the ads tonight. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Isn't that a song by, I don't know, somebody? In a dressing gown. Silently watching the bedroom door. She goes, at the Beatles song, downstairs to the kitchen. Anyways, I'll stop singing. Anyway, I'm dragging my mother to Newport tomorrow. So it's a 2-hour drive there. Got to dick around with my brother, figuring out these shelves. Hopefully these ones I just made will fit. I might just leave them there and let him finish them, because I really don't want to finish them here because I'm always kicking up sawdust. So it was too cold out. It dropped we were like 60 degrees at night up until last night. Last night it dropped to like 22 degrees, like overnight. Went from 60 to 22 for a low. Our 60 was our low for the last like 2 weeks. And this morning it was like 22. It was frozen out. And we're supposed to get snow and ice tomorrow. Which, if it's snowing out tomorrow, I'm not going. I'm not dragging my mother over there in the snow. It's just not happening. I don't care about driving. I mean, it's just going to be like an inch of snow, if that. I'm not worried about me driving. I'm worried about my mother getting in and out of the car and upstairs and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's only like, our high today was only 45. Our high was 20 degrees lower than our low was yesterday. Yeah, winter's hitting. Anyway, so I might go make dinner. Tacos. It's Tuesday, so I'm making tacos out of pork, not beef. Um, I may go do that, and then come back out and restream, throwing the resin into this. This thing is so nice. I almost kind of don't want to resin the grooves, but I don't want to leave them grooves either, because they'll just fill up with crap. They'll just fill up with crap. So I'll have to figure that one out. But no, I'm going to put resin in them. Nice dark resin. So it outlines all the squares. Yep, I will have to sand again. And actually, not really. Because I'll just put it on the CNC and level it on the CNC. So I won't really have to sand. I'll still have to sand after, but very mildly. One thing I have noticed, I keep forgetting about that. Cedar is such a soft wood. The resin's harder. So as I'm sanding, it was actually sanding more of the cedar away, and I was getting like scalloping in the cedar when I first sanded this. The resin's actually it still is. It's still higher than the cedar. I kind of smoothed it out some, but it's hard to sand the cedar and the resin because the cedar is softer than the resin is. It looks really awesome, though. I mean, it looks really awesome. It's going to get a border. I haven't decided what I'm going to do the border out of yet. I have not decided. I love the smell of cedar. I absolutely love the smell of cedar when I cut it. This is actually aromatic cedar too, so it's even worse. This is closet liner. This is that you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or any of those hardware stores, and you buy those little cardboard packets of like 20 boards for lining your. What's up, Stone Monkey? Just in time for me to hit the road. I gotta go make dinner in a bit. I might stay another 10 minutes. This is aromatic cedar. It's made for closet liners. There was some left over from other projects, and my brother had some. And we ran them through the planer and joiner and cleaned them all up because they were old and warped and yucky. I made some clocks out of some of it. Actually, that's what I made. If you saw, yeah, Fix 'em Dudes clock that I made. That's out of the same cedar. And then I just made that chessboard, and I actually think I got a few more. I do. I got like 2 or 3 more. I've actually got some mahogany like it too. It's just like closet liner. And I have no idea where that came from. I got like 3 boards of that. I might make another chessboard or something out of it. I think I'm going to make another chessboard, but I think I'm going to do it out of like maple and walnut. I'd really like to do it out of that frickin'. I just bought that really expensive board, which is for Chris Galata. He's got a special order I'm doing for him. That board was, you guys got to see this though, it's so pretty. It was $70 for this one board. One board, $70. And it's not even a big board. And it's only like 5 foot long. It's only like 4 inches wide. And only 1 inch thick. But it is so freaking pretty. Look at that. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this is like one of the prettiest woods I've ever seen. It's just gorgeous the way the tones change and everything. And all these little marks. These aren't like knot holes or anything. They're just coloration variants. That's a knot. But even that's like smooth. It's really dense. It's kind of heavy. It's not the heaviest thing, but it's kind of dense and heavy. Oh my god, it is pretty. This is $70 for this one board. It's what, 5 foot long? 6 foot long. By 4 inches wide. $70. Going. Gotta let it acclimate to the room before I can use it. I'm trying to bait on whether today I want to use it, because even though the top grain, if you look at the edge grain is almost nice. That is, I want to say beach. It's not beach. It's, now you had to ask. A go board? No. I don't even know what a go board is. I do know what a go board is. What is a go board? I've heard of a go board. Isn't that like the little dots, and you put the little marble all over? And you're supposed to take them off or something. I think I remember something about that when I was younger. That is, I want to say beach. It's not beach. Um, um, I'm going to have to look at the frickin' receipt. I know what it is, and I can't think of it. Butternut. That's what that is. It's butternut. Yeah, I think I know it. It's like a little square with little black dots and the lines intersecting them. Yeah, well, it's not pink. It's kind of white. But yeah, it's a much simpler. Beach is a really level, even, kind of smooth grain. It's kind of like poplar. Poplar actually has more detail to the green, but it's kind of hard. It's just different. It's very whitish, but yeah, it does have a kind of a pink tone to it. That's butternut. It's wicked expensive. There was something else I saw there. I was looking for pieces for samples too, in Chris's board, and I wanted a bunch of other samples, and that was just gorgeous. And I kept putting it back when the guy told me it was $70 for that one board. I was like, huh? I grabbed something else. I can't even remember what it was. But I was like, okay, it's a sample. It was like a scrap piece that they cut off. Because most of their boards, they won't cut anything less. They will cut you whatever you want, as long as the piece left behind is more than 6 feet long. So if there's an 8-foot board and you only want 3 foot, they'll cut it at this place as long as you leave them a 6-foot piece. This was like an 18-inch piece. It was only about that long, by maybe 5 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch thick. $212 for this little 18-inch board. Yeah, no, like 65 or 8. It was more than that. It was like $112 a board foot. You don't know what a board foot is. It's exactly 1 inch thick by 12 by 12. So if it's, a 1 by 4 and it's a true 4 inches for every foot, and if it's an inch thick, it's 4 inches wide, you have to go 3 feet to get a board foot. That makes sense? Because you need, if it's 4 inches, it's 12 inches wide for a board foot. A board foot is 12 inches by 12 inches by 1 inch. Right? Or is it 6 inches? Whatever. That thing was like $200 for that one, like, it was like 18 inches long. And it's like, yeah, no. And it was gorgeous. I mean, it was freaking gorgeous. But it's some kind of weird, like, exotic. I can't even remember what the name of it was. But the Wingay, because Wingay is about the most expensive thing I buy, which is a, like, solid black, almost like an ebony wood. And I use it quite a bit as a highlight. Like, if I was going to do this out of wood, the lines I want to do in the middle, I would use Wingay for it, because it's like really black and dense, and it's like a dark charcoal-y brown until you hit it with oil, and then it just goes wicked black. What's up, Viking? Everyone showed up just in time for me to kill it, because I got to go make dinner. Y'all come too late. And you're on YouTube. You know better than to be on YouTube, Viking. It doesn't matter, because I'm going to kill it, so don't even bother switching over. I'm getting ready to kill the stream, like right now, actually. So anyways, I have to kill the stream, I'm probably gonna come back and stream if no one else is streaming. Doesn't somebody stream tonight? Um, doesn't Liam stream tonight generally? Astro Printer. So I'll probably just pop into his or watch his. Yeah, there's nobody on Twitch. Everybody's on Twitch, but nobody's on Twitch. It don't matter. I don't care. Anyway, I'm gonna kill it. You all have a good night. I'm not even gonna do a raid because, like you said, there isn't. I think there might be one or two people on Twitch. I did get the phone to work. I do have this working. I got some stuff sanded. I got to resin this, so I might resin this tonight. The black lines between the squares, and do that. Or I may sit on the computer and make Viking help me figure out my frickin' search crap. But I gotta go make Mom her dinner first. Mom needs dinner. I actually want to feed her early because I got to take her with me in the car tomorrow, which means I want all her bathroom issues done and over with before we leave, which I know is not going to happen. Oh, crap. Old people suck. Oh, wait, I'm old. Oh, that's right, I suck too, so. Yeah, I figured like an hour. It'll take me about an hour. If you haven't noticed, I'm not like highly energetic in doing it because it just pisses me off. It's just fucking annoying. Pardon my French, but it's fucking annoying. Silly llama. Tricks are for kids. Anyway. Yeah. Alright. On that note, see yous. Dinner time.